Well, Carlsbad could soon be the first city in San Diego County to ban all types of smoking inside and outside multi-unit apartment and condo buildings. City Council voted 4-1 this past week to introduce the ordinance. The proposed ban would stop the smoking of tobacco and cannabis products, including vaping, inside and outside multi-unit buildings. This includes apartments, condos, townhomes, senior and assisted living facilities. Enforcement of the ban is being left to the discretion of landlords and property managers, which some worry may be an issue. So joining us to discuss further from the Lawyer in Blue Jeans Group is Justin Isaac. Justin, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me, first of all, this is very interesting. We did discuss enforcement on this. If this would continue to move forward, was a topic that you were like, that's very interesting. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's going to be hard to enforce something like this because you're going to have cooperation from the other residents, and then you have to have the police or other, types of, maybe they'll create a division, the smoking division, who will investigate and hand out fines and, violation. I don't know where you're going to get tickets after that. But then the problem is, though, is that you might have vindictive. It's already hard to live with people in a multi-unit facility. You have crazy neighbors. So what happens when you have these crazy neighbors who start making these calls and wasting the time of other people and try and get fines for people they just don't like? It's an enforcement nightmare, in my opinion. I know there's already ordinances out there like this. I just imagine so many issues with a ban like this.
And that was something I wanted to ask you as well, is of course, when you see something like this initially coming down, working through the city, tell me your reaction.
Well, my reaction is, can we do things at home that are just kind of in private, right? And this is a little bit, in my opinion, going too far. And they did pass it 4-1. The one opposition saying the exact same thing. We shouldn't be going into people's homes. That's my personal opinion. I understand the other side. I understand trying to protect people from secondhand smoke. And we already have these kinds of, a lot of these places already have these bans. So do we really need the government to go that far and make the ban as well? I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah, and legally, where this will stand up as far as personal rights and all of that, I'm sure that that's something that you can look at from a legal perspective.
Yeah, there's definitely a legal perspective there that would say that, people do have the right to do what they want in their own home, usually as long as they're not affecting other people or hurting other people. And you could make this argument that secondhand smoke does hurt other people. So that might be, but we have other ordinances, don't play your instruments past 10 o'clock, right? Out of the consideration of other people. But this is more all ban, no smoking whenever, inside or out. So if I'm inside my own apartment, am I really affecting other people if it's a big apartment too? So maybe it does go too far, but a lot of people think it doesn't.
And so, this could obviously go into effect in January 2025. So this could affect people when that goes into effect.
Well, they say that this might have a ripple effect on other cities in San Diego too, since Carlsbad is pretty large. But it might go into other areas of San Diego. We might see this pop up in El Cajon and downtown, maybe even. It's I guess a wait and see kind of thing, but there might be some copycat legislation.
Okay, so something you'll keep an eye on. Absolutely. To see how it plays out, especially as it goes through the process.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm most curious about the enforcement because, like we talked about, that's it's going to be hard when you have neighbors kind of telling on each other, especially in places that already have smoking bans. Most of these multi-unit facilities already have smoking bans. So how many don't? I don't know how many would really be affected by this, so
okay.
Hard to tell.
Well, Justin Isaac, we appreciate you coming in, sharing some insight on this issue.
Thank you for having me.